Park City is just an amazing place. If you haven't been to Park City, or if you've been to Park City, come in for years and maybe haven't been for a while, it's a vibrant, developing, expanding, amazing place to live, to recreate, to own, to invest in. And my name is Mike Diamond with Park City Brokers. And as we come out of this kind of lackluster winter, not a lot of snow, a lot of people are kind of bummed for whatever reason it happens. There's good winters and there's bad winters. This wasn't our best, but we're coming into spring now and coming into summertime. And Park City is just as good, if not better, in the summer as it is in the winter. Don't let it get you down. Next winter is going to be a whole new time, but enjoy the summer, enjoy the golf, enjoy the rivers, enjoy the trails, enjoy the festivals, enjoy the restaurants, enjoy the clean, crisp mountain air and everything else that Park City has to offer in the summer and spring. When it's less crowded, prices come down a bit, and it's just as amazing a place to be. But today, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna answer some questions. So we get questions all the time. A lot of them are similar, and I'm just gonna kind of hit on a few of the hottest ones right now and see if I could be a good resource for you if you're considering buying or investing or just visiting Park City. One of the age-old questions that clients ask, me and probably every other real estate broker in the country is, how's the market? We get this question all the time. And as I've said in a number of our previous videos, is that Park City is not one real estate market. There's a bunch of micro markets within Park City because there's two major ski resorts, Deer Valley Resort and Park City Mountain. And now with Deer Valley's expansion at Deer Valley East Village, kind of creates a whole nother market over there with all the new construction and everything going on that side. But if we're just talking about the general area, how's the market doing? Well, in the lower inventory second home investor markets, especially the really nice ski and ski out properties and concierge condos, those markets are doing really strong. Low inventory, selling fairly quickly, close to asking price depending where we're priced at, but we're seeing many properties selling before they hit the market or with a couple days on market, especially in some of the really good sought after ski and ski out condos of Empire Pass and Upper Deer Valley. The Colony is still selling well. The condos in Canyons Village are selling well. And these again are primarily, investor second home vacation properties. Canyons is also something to really keep an eye on because it's continuing to develop. It's continuing to build more amenities. The new Sunrise Gondola opened up this winter, which has led to more access out of the Canyons Village base area. So now you have the Red Pine Gondola, the Sunrise Gondola, and the Orange Bubble all coming out of the base area canyons. But the market, if you're looking at it, so if we're talking about the primary full-time residential neighborhoods of a Jeremy Ranch or Pine Brook or Silver Springs, inventory is a little bit higher in those areas. A little more days on market. Homes are taking longer to sell. The well-priced homes that are ready to move in, that don't need to be fixed up, that are just ready to go, are selling a lot quicker than something that might be overpriced or needs a lot of deferred maintenance or some upgrades needed. And if we move over to Deer Valley's East Village, well, just a hot, electric, evolving whole market area. And we'll talk more about that in the next question. But overall, the Park City market's strong. We're not seeing any big price decreases. We're seeing still continued appreciation. Still have a lot of excitement. The excitement and the talk is going to continue to build in and around Park City. As we know, we have the 2034 Olympics coming up. So that's going to continue to build, and I expect prices to continue to appreciate leading up to the Olympics and the whole development happening outside of Park City around the Jordanelle Reservoir and pushing out to Heber area and Camas area. Next question is, what's the real estate options look like at the new Deer Valley East Village? And it's a great question, and there's a lot of different types of real estate options at or near Deer Valley's expansion, which is called the East Village. I'm going to start by talking about on the other side of Highway 40, which is a very short distance just across the highway from the East Village, but the prices are significantly less. You'll get a lot more for your money on the Jordanelle side. If you want to be under $2 million, but want a decent place, more than decent, but a nice place, you have options. 2 3-bedroom condos or townhomes, Mayflower Lakeside. You can get a 3-bedroom condo at Mayflower Lakeside for the range of 1.2 to 1.8 million. These are newer condos looking at the Jordanelle Reservoir. Or if you want more of a townhome with a garage, I would recommend we take a look at the Point at Current. I have a couple clients who recently purchased there, and you can get a 3-bedroom brand new construction townhome with a 2-car attached garage for under $2 million It's a point at Current. There's also another developments in the Jordanelle side I'd like to hit on. You have Amontillado, we have Keatley Ridge, you have some single families there as well as townhomes, larger units, 4 or 5 bedroom properties in the mid $2 million range. And one of the most exciting and vibrant developments on the Jordanelle side is Sky Ridge. And Sky Ridge has been really hot lately, and I think a lot of it started to really pick up once the Sky Ridge and Deer Valley had an affiliation, really kick in. So it's going to be, Sky Ridge is neat because it's all custom single family residences. They do allow nightly rentals, so that's a big bonus. It's going to be affiliated with Deer Valley Resort. So they're going to be handling a lot of the rentals over there. There's going to be shuttles to Deer Valley Resort, etc. There's also a golf training center there, and there's going to be a hotel, like a condo hotel that's being built right now by the golf course training facility. So there's gonna be a lot of amenities there. There's an equestrian center, trails all throughout the area. And in addition, when it's built out, just like the East Village on the Jordanelle side with all these new developments, there's gonna be a lot of commercial offerings such as restaurants and shops and stores and, little groceries. So it's gonna be a whole new area to really keep an eye at. And like I said, right at the resort base, you're not ski in, ski out, but you're very, very close. And all those different developments are gonna have shuttle services going through there so you don't have to drive and deal with parking. If money is not an issue and you want to go over to the Deer Valley East Village, boy, there's some insanely exciting opportunities over there. Being built currently is the Four Seasons and the Waldorf Astoria. So the Waldorf, it looks like it's going to be phenomenal. Average price per square foot is around $3,000 a square foot and up. It's going to be this super lush and this phenomenal. The Four Seasons is going to have 2 towers. One tower is going to be more of the residences. The other one's going to be the hotel. The hotel units you can do nightly rentals in. The residences do allow rentals, but not nightly. So I don't know if it's a minimum 30 days or 1 rental per month, but there's going to be restrictions on what you can do in the residence tower at the Four Seasons. Already built and operating, and there's some resales on the market, is the Grand Hyatt. Again, you're looking at the 2,000 range average price per square foot. There's currently a couple 1-bedroom units on the market for around 1.7 million, right around there, and they go up from there. Also at Deer Valley's East Village, you have Marcella Landing, which is Marcella's townhomes. And if you're not familiar with Marcella and what it is, the private club, the ski club, the golf club, and the residences, get in touch. We should talk about it. It's something you really want to know about. But Marcella Landing is very nice townhomes, high-end private ski club, larger, 3, 4, 5-bedroom properties. Also, you have Marcella, the ski and ski out single family residences. There are lots for sale, so if you want to buy a lot and build a custom home, you can do that. And there's currently 1 custom home on the market that's complete. It's over 10,000 square feet. Just a gorgeous home, and it's listed right around 27 million. So again, if money is not an object, this is where you want to be. If you want like just the creme de la creme of ski properties and this new developing ski resort base that's going to have nothing but upside in the future with restaurants and shops, and the amenities that are coming into Deer Valley's East Village are going to be, unbeatable in a mountain community. There are a few other properties around Deer Valley's East Village, like Cormont, which is another condo development there at East Village. There is the Havens, is a new one that was recently released, which is a little bit adjacent to the East Village, and it's going to be ski and ski out townhomes. So again, East Village is currently evolving, it's building, continuing to expand and grow. And in a few years, it's just going to be a phenomenal base. But for some of these being built properties at East Village, now's the time to get in. You get in now, you lock in your price, you pick your unit. It might not be done for a year or 2, but during that time, the infrastructure is going to be more built out, and the amenities are going to be more built out, and the restaurants are going to be more developed, and more ski lifts are going to be in place. And during that time, the property values are going to continue to go up. So you lock in here at this price, by the time you're done, your property's worth this. It's a good time to get in. Pre-construction is the best way to make your money and to secure your investment in an area like Deer Valley East Village. All right. Let's move out of East Village, but if you have a question about any of that or any of the properties or what's available or what's currently happening there, or if you want to tour it, reach out to me. But next question. Did the low snow season affect pricing on real estate in and around Park City? And the short answer to that is no. Did we see people cancel their ski trips? Yeah, of course. Not everybody books a year in advance and is committed to it. People that come to Park City regardless, and it's not just Park City, everywhere. Most places didn't have record snow years. It's just, it was that kind of a year. But we saw people cancel their trips. Real estate still sold. People still came, the mountains were still busy, and prices stayed steady and continued to slowly appreciate as expected. So one bad season didn't negatively affect it, just like a big snow winter. You know, if we were just being dumped on for 3 or 4 months, that's not gonna make prices shoot straight up either. I mean, the price of the real estate market is the market. Park City's a strong, healthy real estate market, and a slow snowfall winter is not gonna negatively affect our overall prices. Next question, should I wait for interest rates to come down to purchase, or I'm waiting for interest rates to come down? And that's a question that we hear not infrequently. And, you know, I get it. Interest rates aren't great. And if someone is thinking back to, you know, the post-COVID rates of 2.5%, 3%, I get it. But they're not going back down to there. And when interest rates do come down to the low 6s, the 5s, more buyers are going to be in the market. Sellers are going to be less motivated to negotiate. So when the rates are a little bit higher, it's really a great time for cash buyers to come in the market, which we have a lot of in Park City. I would say probably 80-90% of our buyers are cash. But even if you're getting a loan, it's a time that you can get a better value on a property, and you can always refinance it as soon as rates do come down. A lot of sellers are on the market that are motivated to sell. It might be a little slower in some areas, so they might be more open to negotiating because rates are high and less buyers who are getting loans are in the market. So you get it now, and as soon as rates come down, you refinance it. That's a good way to go. And obviously the cash buyer, it's a great time to negotiate and really pick and choose what you want. Next question, golf coming into summer. So got some golf questions about Park City. So we've hit on a lot the private golf club communities in and around Park City, such as Glenwild, Promontory, Toohey, Victory Ranch, Red Ledges, to name a few. But do you have to buy a home and live in a golf club community, or own property in a golf club community to golf in Park City? And just touch on that real quick. Most of the golf club communities in and around Park City do require you to own real estate to become a member. Glenwild does not, Park Meadows does not, Promontory does, Toohey does, Red Ledges does. But with that aside, let's talk about the public courses. So if you're not a member of a club, but you plan on coming to Park City in the summertime and you want to golf, there's a lot of options. We can start in town, right at where Hotel Park City is, just outside of Old Town. We have the Park City Municipal Course, which is a great course to get out and walk. It's just a really pretty course. You know, it's not, they're going to play a PGA Tour event there, but it's a good fun course if you just want to stay in Park City and play around the golf. Canyons Village, there's an 18-hole course at Canyons Village, kind of built inside of the mountain. Not my favorite course. It's kind of short, a lot of up and down, really undulated greens and fairways, but it's fun. You can get out there and have fun, but you know, be prepared to have some 4 putts on the greens, and you might lose some balls too, because it's kind of narrow and slopey and built on the side of a mountain. Moving out to like Heber Valley area, we have 2 main places there that each have 36 holes. You have Wasatch, which has 36 holes, and Soldier Hollow has 36 holes. 2 great options to golf at, both very fun, very different, but good challenging golf courses. And then we also have Homestead, which is being totally redone now. Marriott's come into the Homestead Resort. Troon Golf is taking over the golf there. So that's going to be another good golf offering in the Heber Valley area. And then we also have, going back down the 80 towards Salt Lake, kind of between Park City and Salt Lake, is Mountain Dell. Another very fun public course, 36 holes of golf. So yeah, I mean, look, you don't have to join a private club to enjoy golf in Park City in the summertime. Plenty of offerings, plenty of good golf, all beautiful, all very different, and all reasonably priced. I used to go on golf trips all the time to Arizona and to Vegas and all the public courses, and you're paying so much money for a round of public golf. It's not that bad in Park City or Utah in general. And there's a ton more down if you go down like to Salt Lake, and you know, if you want to go head south to St. George, it's expanding, and there's lots of good golf offerings that are not overly priced, that are very fun and very different. That's my golf. Happy to fill you in on that too if you want to reach out. Okay, last question I'm going to address today is Park City in the summertime. We get this a lot. A lot of people know of Park City because of the 2002 Olympics, or because they've gone on ski trips there. So they're familiar with Park City as a mountain town for Deer Valley or for Park City Mountain, but they don't know about Park City in the shoulder seasons or the summertime, which are the best times if you ask like a local or someone who lives or spends a lot of time in Park City. The shoulder months of April, May, and October, November are phenomenal times. The weather's usually great. The crowds are down. The town is open. And, you know, you can get out and do everything without worrying about getting into a restaurant or being overcrowded in places. So the shoulders are some of my favorite time, but then the summer offers so many options if you want to get outside and recreate. If you like fly fishing, we have blue ribbon fly fisheries with the Weber and Provo River. We have great trail system. You know, most are maintained by Mountain Trails Foundation, which, you know, is a nonprofit that maintains the trails for hiking and biking. As I mentioned previous, we have great golf courses. There's festivals every weekend, and not most weekends, not every weekend, but, you know, from Arts Fest to Savor the Summit. There's sports tournaments. People come from all over the country for soccer and rugby and baseball. And now there's hockey tournaments happening over at Black Rock Resort. So there's tons of stuff happening. There's a Deer Valley concert series that happens all summer, and there's concerts at Canyons Village. The restaurants, many offer discounts in the summer, but they're definitely easier to get into. What else? I mean, the old saying goes for people that know Park City is you come for the winter and you stay for the summer. And it's really true. We have so many people from Texas and Florida and other really hot summer states that come to Park City to escape the heat in the summertime. It's just a great place to be. It's easy access from most airports. The Salt Lake Airport is phenomenal. The drive from Salt Lake Airport to Park City is super easy and accessible. The flights, you have direct flights from just about anywhere. It's a good place to escape in the summer, to get out of the summer heat or get a change of scenery. Oh, and one area I didn't mention, if you're not familiar with it, is get outside of Park City. Go to the Uintas. It's a massive mountain range with lakes and trails, and just you can go camp. There's this public land, and you can go drive up there, or just, you know, strap on a backpack and go hit the backcountry for a few days, and with a tent, and just enjoy the great outdoors, enjoy the wildlife, and just detach from the city and the computer, and take your kids out and just enjoy your time in the Uintas and in Park City, and just take a deep breath and breathe that cool, fresh mountain air. And look, I'm happy to help out. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have with your Park City travel plans, or, you know, any real estate questions you might have, or restaurant recommendations you might have, or my favorite trails in the Uintas or mountain bike trails in Park City. So, you know, feel free to reach out, shoot me a text, email, phone call anytime you want. I'm Mike Diamond with Park City Brokers, and we'll see you in the next one.